A former Gaston County schools teacher has filed a federal lawsuit claiming the district violated her First Amendment rights when she was allegedly fired over a comment made on Facebook about conservative activist Charlie Kirk. According to court documents, Holly Ackerman claims Gaston County Schools, the superintendent, and members of the Board of Education unlawfully suspended and then later terminated her because of a comment she made on her private Facebook page while off duty. The comment was made following Kirk's fatal shooting last September.
Joining us again this morning, our chief legal analyst, Khalif Rhodes. Khalif, when you look at a public school teacher, do they have the same First Amendment protection when they're not at the school facility off duty as a private citizen?
I like that question, Jason. You've obviously been looking at my notes. I got to hide them a little bit better. No, so in this scenario, this case isn't about a Facebook post and whether it was appropriate. It's whether a First Amendment protections are there for an off-duty person. Most people would assume this person's making speech that's not on the clock. I'm off duty. It's not during work hours. I should instantly be protected. But that's not what the law says. Employers often do routinely discipline or terminate folks for content and comments that are not made in the workplace. And so the First Amendment does give protection, strong protections to an employee's right to speak in a private setting, but it doesn't guarantee or make them immune from discipline. The case that I'd point to is the Pickering versus the Board of Education 1968 case. And there they gave this balancing test. The court has to balance the needs and the interests of this private citizen versus the needs and the interests of the county or the school or the state, whatever they're looking at. And they go through this 4-point analysis. And it says, well, whether the employee was talking as a public citizen, right? We recognize that she would be. Was the speech about a public matter or a public concern? This is. And this is going to be the key. The third point, how disruptive was the speech? Did it disrupt class? Was class stopped, you know? And that isn't the only thing. The disruption doesn't have to be huge, but there has to be a disruption. That analysis, that test requires that. And then does the government interest outweigh this employee's right to speech? When they go through that test, as I mentioned, that third one is going to be key. That's why within her complaint, she says most of the complaints didn't even come from the state of North Carolina. The frustration and the outrage that she received was from other folks in other states hitting at that disruptive point that, hey, if there was any disruption, it wasn't to the students here in our classroom where I'm teaching here in North Carolina. It was some other place. So now disruption is an issue.
And this isn't the first time we've heard about a case like this, right? We had several universities who laid off professors and who were eventually reinstated. So what do you see happening here?
This one is going to be hard to call. I'd say this is probably a 50-50. I already mentioned one of her arguments will be that, hey, I'm a private citizen. I never discuss politics with my students. This isn't something where I'm attempting to talk about this issue at the workplace, overemphasizing private citizen, private action, and it was no disruption. On the other side, Gastonia will say, look, there was a number of things that disrupted our normal day-to-day process. You're in a position of public trust. You generated this significant concern of how we operate as a school district. And because now this concern is there, i.e. there's a disruption there, it hinges on disruption. That is going to be major. If the school district can point to, can create, can show disruption, then she will not be successful in her case. But if she can distance herself from that disruption, she'll be extremely successful.
All right, Khalif, thank you so much.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.